Oh. Good morning. Good morning, my Facebook friends. My name is Tammy Neff, and you are on my page called Tammy Loves, where I share with you everything that I love. And as you know, I love all things vintage. And I have a little craft group, and we make things every month. At least 2 things every month. Sometimes, like last month, we made, well, not last month, but the month before, in September, we made 9 things. So we're busy. I was busy last month, so I only got to a couple of things, but I try to do like 4 on average. And if you happen to be interested, you happen to like this idea, I show you everything and how I did it. I'm gonna give you a lot right now. I think you can figure it out. But we do some pretty neat things, and all of the behind the scene things are in my group. So if you would want to join, it's $15 a month. And if you join just 1 month, you can get all of the things since I think I started it like last February. So there are tons of video ideas in there. So if you love watching live videos, you love vintage, you love creating, it might be a group you want to check out. Even if you jump out of it after a month or 2, you get all the information you need. But right now, this time of year, this is where you need inspired for unique gifts. So I'm going to bring you one right now. If you're, well, not even if you're creative. If you're just sentimental, that's what it is, sentimental. So, good morning, Andrea. Hi, Carol. Hi, friend. Hey, so I went through my father-in-law's garage. Oh, it's probably been a couple of months ago. Anyway, we were over visiting my mother-in-law, and I asked if I could zip through and just see if I saw anything. And so I found this putty knife, and I loved it. It wasn't quite as rusty as this. She said I could have it. I brought it home and I laid it out in my fairy garden, just propped it up, and I left it there for a couple months to get rained on to get even more rusty. But so this was my father-in-law's. He's no longer with us for like 10 years ago. And then this one, I paint houses for a living, have a little team, and we go out and, hit the ladders every day. And so today I do have a job going in Cambridge, but there's a couple girls over there, and they've been kind of working hard at it. But anyway, I don't have to be there today. So I found this though in our paint box. We were getting ready to strip some wallpaper, and I was digging for what we call these blades, putty knives. So I was digging for one, and I pulled this one out, and someone had used it for paint. I would just suppose they were trying to cut in something. I don't know why, and it didn't get washed off. And besides that, it's all rusty. So it's not a stainless steel one, but the look is amazing. And I love this little bit of white down here. Not as a business owner, want my employees to keep my things nice, but as a vintage creative person, I kind of like this one. So it's not new on the handle. You can still see the silver words, but I'll show you what I did about it. So, okay. So dig through Grandpa's, thank you, Carol. Dig through Grandpa's treasures in his garage and see what you can find. And then I'll show you what to do with them. And actually this has like a part 2. I found he had like 19 hammers. So I took a hammer. I can't even remember what I took. It's been a while. And they're downstairs in the basement in a little pile under a table, waiting for me to finish this project. So anyway, so what you want to do is grab yourself some putty knives and then go dig through your old photographs. This one is Tammy's childhood, so it's my pictures from when I was a kid, and oh yeah, this is me. Like, right? Crazy. But there's a lot of black and white ones in here that my mom gave me, a lot of old family ones, and I label all of them at the top so that my kids will know who these people are, because a lot of them, I don't even know who they are, but it's cool that it's, your family. I guess it's cool because it's your family. So I was purposefully digging for a picture that I know I love this picture. There's 2 of them. It's a set. I was going to try and shrink them down and get them, you know, on my blades. So I'm kind of using these blades. If you've got to run, I know I'm long-winded and it's been a while since I've done a video. So I thought I'd come on and say, hey, hi, everybody. I'm still here. I've just been like a tornado. So anyway, I'm going to try and do more. I say that every time, don't I? If you look back, I say that every time and then I don't. But anyway, so if you picture these as a picture frame, which is what I was picturing, okay? And then we're gonna hang them like together, like this on the wall, like my brushes behind me, like that, kind of like that. Okay, so, and I gathered just some treasures. So I'm thinking if you have, like I'm thinking go through grandpa's stuff or your dad, even your dad, and something for your siblings. I think it would be really, really cool. Hey, Shelly, hi. So I went through these and as I've been working on this project, it would really be a great gift from my mother, but it doesn't match her decor. She's not vintage at all. She doesn't like old stuff. So I'm making them for me. But I'm thinking it would be an awesome gift. Like if I had a sibling that wanted to do something like that, I think it would be so awesome. So anyway, and I know so many of you reach out to me when someone passes and we go through your stuff and I give you ideas of what to keep and what to do with what you're keeping and all that stuff. Hey Patty, hi. You think it's awesome? Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that encouragement. So here's my pictures that I love. This was my great-grandfather and his brother Andy, and here's the little tag about it for my kids. But they owned a knife sharpening and lawnmower sharpening service. So they made knives the way my mom wrote this. So anyway, this was their shop. I don't think there's a date on this, but it's old. Obviously, it's very, very, very old. And then this is a close-up of my great-grandfather and his brother Andy. And it says here, my great-grandpa Baker and his brother Andy. Andy is on the left. He made knives and blades and sharpened lawnmower blades for customers. So anyway, this is them. Oops. And so I was thinking of photocopying, first of all, because I'm going to tear them down because they're not, they're way too big to fit on here. Like there's no way. So I've got to make them smaller. So first thing I did was photocopy them, and I go over everything in my group. But I just thought I'm just going to share this little one with you guys because obviously when I post the pictures, you can kind of figure out how I did it. It's not, a big secret. Some of the things we do, there are some tips that are handy, but this one maybe not. So anyway, photocopied these. Realized this one's way too big, so I didn't use it. But I did use this one. And I backed it with paper, an old book. Actually, it's from another country. I can't even read the writing, so I really, really love that. And I ripped out, and there's a certain way to rip so you don't have your white ring. So I did that. And then I needed to hide this, hide brand. So I made a tag. I spritzed it with our spray and made it look a little bit old, and it says Great-Grandpa Baker and his brother Andy. So this is going to hang on my wall, and I love it. Love, love, love it. Hey, Deborah. Connie Simpson. Oh, what? Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you for sharing. This is Grandpa Baker, Great-Grandpa Baker, Carol. She is my cousin, Carol, who's watching right now. So then the next thing that I did with this blade was I was looking through all of my pictures, and that I knew I wanted Grandpa Baker, Great-Grandpa Baker, but I didn't know what other one. Well, I found this picture, first of all, of my mom. It says mom. I don't know if she's watching or not. Wouldn't that be funny if she is? Because she doesn't know I did this yet. But yeah, there you can see, can you see mom? I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. It says mom. So my kids have to decipher that whose mom is she talking about. And then if they pass that book to their kids, they're gonna be like, who's mom? So my kids will have to redo all this. But anyway, see, a 2-minute thing takes me, look at that long. Anyway, so, and this is a cool part of my story. I don't know why I left it to last. But a lot of you guys probably don't know this, but you know that my mom was thanks Carol, appreciate that, Oh, you have signs? Oh, that's so awesome. Yes, you're right. Priceless for sure. You know, my daughter Abby models in California, and she's coming home for Thanksgiving, so I'm sure we'll do some videos for you guys. But what you may not have known is that my mother modeled as well. When she was 15, she was very young, and this was one of her pictures. Mom, Mom, this is one of her pictures, and I think it's just beautiful. And the coolest thing about this picture, though, is she kissed the back. Like, you think of a 15-year-old back in the day. Like, I mean, I kissed pictures before, of course, but her lipstick lasted. You know, I think that's just so funny. I think it's so awesome. Oh, yes, you could. You so could, Annette. How lucky for you to have that. Yes, absolutely. So I thought I would photocopy these of my mom. This was her as a little girl. This was her all grown up. Well, kind of grown up, right? Now that I'm old, I realize she wasn't so grown up. But anyway, so I backed them again on the same paper, and I tagged it Mom, and I put the little girl and the mom picture. I think this is such a cool gift. Like, I could gift this to my mom, but she's not gonna want to hang a picture. She's just not into vintage like I am. Like for me, these things would work right into my house. If let's see, can you see? Yeah, if I took some of these brushes off the wall, which I'm gonna put them downstairs, but anyway, like that, I could actually work can you see that? I could work those in right there. Actually, that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm getting so much. That's part of being a merchandiser store owner is, yeah. But I kind of like them there. I would enjoy them more up here than in the basement. But I may not do that because I tell you, I got a lot of, not a lot, but I got like 5 things of tools of his that I thought would look good as a little collage. And so this was something that I wanted to do. I don't have a black and white of him. That would have been really awesome. However, my husband has 3 siblings. I wouldn't know which one to gift it to because it wouldn't be fair. So I'd probably want to keep it for him. The idea of this, though, is that I can soak these off and get them off, or I could do one of his family pictures over here and just re-tag it and change it. But the tag kind of covers the ugly handle a little bit and gives it that look. So we sprayed it and made it look a little bit old. And anyway, so this is my one of the projects we did in our craft group. It's not a craft group. I don't know what the heck to call it. We call it Creating Vintage Treasures because that's what we do. So if you're interested in it, though, go to my website. I think I linked it at the top. I started to. I think I finished. Just tammyloves.com and the name of my page.com. And you'll find classes. And it's $15, you guys. The classes that I have at the studio are always way more than that, like 20 to 45 and up. So $15, and that's one project. I'm giving you like a whole bunch. I don't even know how many are in there, but a whole bunch. So anyway, this was the project we came up with for last month, one of them, and I loved it, and I thought I would just share it with you guys. I know a lot of you are vintage loving friends. I did my first live this morning on Instagram on our new page. We have a new page. My friend Julie and I'm so excited. She texted me this morning to see if I wanted to go to a antique show tomorrow. It's kind of far. And I'm like, yeah, it's 3 buildings full. And our friend that we follow on Instagram is going to be there. I'm excited. They said a lot of Instagram people are going to be there. So it's somewhere, she said past Springfield. I'm kind of thinking Dayton-ish, sort of. I'm not sure. It's a couple hours away. Anyway, so I'm excited. But she is my fun friend for antique shopping, and also my friend Sherry, Eddie. The 3 of us actually opened a booth in Millersburg. I'm sure you guys have been seeing some little pictures in Millersburg, Ohio. And so we've been filling our booth with all of our treasures that we've been finding, changing out of our house. You know, I can only, look how full this is. I can only keep so much, right? And then you go shopping and you think, oh, I found something better. And so you sell what you had before, and for someone starting up, they're going to love it just like I loved it in the beginning. And with antiques, you can't just say, oh, I want to, get a cutting board today and you want an antique one. You know how many cutting boards I've schlepped through to find one? And oh, you can find them. They're very expensive. But to find a really cool one that has the look, that's affordable, is tricky. So anyway, oh, I'm so glad. Yes, Carol, yes. It is a neat idea. Yes, so don't tell your sisters and you guys can do this. But anyway, so Julie and I are going antique shopping tomorrow. And I started to mention our page on Instagram. It is called Our Vintage Treasuries. And it's Julie and I, and we're not going to post anything except vintage stuff. And I did a video just like this, so you don't need to watch it over there. And if you saw our janky to swanky, it's over there in what they call the highlights. So if you go to Our Vintage Treasuries on Instagram and you click follow, and then that's our page. When you get to the follow page, that's our page. And so right underneath where you follow has a little bio about it. Just wrote a little silly thing. And then right underneath that, you'll see these circles. And one of the highlights is our first Janky to Swanky challenge. So we went shopping together. I bet we're going to do that tomorrow. I'll have to text her. Oh my gosh. How cool. Although who needs that stress this time of year? It was stressful to think, so here I go. I got 24 of you guys. So somebody's interested in what I'm saying, right, you guys? So I'll keep chatting. I'll shut it down here after a while. I can't go all day. Well, I could go all day, but I shouldn't go all day. So the Janky to Swanky challenge, we follow Farm Shenanigans on Instagram, and he's awesome. This guy and his partner have they grow flowers, and so they sell cut flowers, and then they have a flower shop. I think they call it Roots. And then the other guy has a store called the number 4 Rooms, and they have all of these pages. And then their house is spectacular, and their gardens and stuff are spectacular, and they've got a donkey named Romeo that loves to hug. He can't walk by without you hearing the donkey squawking in the background. I just love everything about them. And then they saved a squirrel, so he has a pet squirrel in his house. It was a baby, and now it's grown up. I don't know what they're gonna do with it now, but he runs all around, all over top of him, and he always shows pictures of him eating different things. It's adorable. So anyway, that guy started a Janky to Swanky challenge. I think he started it. I don't know. He started it for us. So he did a Janky to Swanky challenge with a friend. Hang on, I gotta have a drink. So good. I wish I liked my coffee black, but I don't. Anyway, so they go shopping, and he buys something for his friend, and she bought something for him, and they swapped, and they challenged each other to make something wonderful out of something ugly. And so Julie had the idea, my friend Julie, that I have Our Vintage Treasuries page with on Instagram. She said, let's do that, but because we both love it when they do it, let's find some vintage something janky that's the same, because every once in a while they'll swap things, and it's like, dang, that's not fair, and you see one thing and it's like, oh my gosh, I would do this and this and this, and then you hold up the other thing and it's like, what's she gonna do with that? Like a milk can, you can stick something in it, you can make a table, like there's only so much you can do with that. So anyway, I liked her idea about us picking the exact same thing, and I thought, no, and we couldn't tell each other, and that was hard. But wouldn't it be funny if we both made the exact same thing? But I made it was an insert, we think, for a kerosene burner. And I made a little chandelier out of mine, and she made a Christmas tree stand out of hers. And then she made all of the little ornaments on her little tree. So it's in our highlights. If you guys want to see that, jump on over. It's so cool. My Janky to Swanky's hanging right here. I'm sure you guys saw it. If you follow me, you've already seen it, but since it's right here. But here's how mine turned out. Let's see, let me flip on the light. Oh, that didn't help you much. But anyway, I put it on a wood slice, and I put an old hanger on there, and then I used 3 different necklaces. Well, one's a bracelet, and then a couple of different necklaces. And then these are just magnets. And so I took them off my chandelier and stuck them on there. And then there's a little tea light inside that I added, and I left the lid loose so that I could change the tea light when it gets tired. So there you go. That's my swanky thing. but I like it, so I left it hang. But that's the thing, you have to, whatever you make, you have to display in your house. That's part of our deal. So, oh, I'm so glad I talked to you guys this morning. I'm definitely going to mention that to her, that we should pick another Janky to Swanky. And this is kind of a, when you read the ad about this place we're going, it's a little, they called it a high-end vintage market. Might not be able to afford anything. We'll see. There's got to be something, surely. You never know. Anyway, if we find something though, we can do another one. So these guys, this guy at Farm Shenanigans, he just did one with a friend for Halloween, and it had to be a Halloween thing. And so maybe we'll do a Christmas one, but she already did a Christmas one. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud, so it's time to go. Time to go. So, okay, you guys, I will see you later. Oh gosh, I have so much to do today. I can't even, that's probably why I haven't left yet. I just don't even want to think about everything. I've got to paint a table. I've got to go do a little chalk coutouring at the studio, in the back room, of course. I want to work on this, hanging this up. You know, I've got to get Christmas out. I'm kind of on time because I'm bringing you guys a Christmas idea, and a Christmas idea on November 1st, because all of these pages that I follow, everyone switches, bam, to Christmas, like today. Oh, and we set up our booth yesterday in Millersburg, Sherry, Eddie, and I, and well, we didn't set it up. Julie and I set it up. Okay, and then Sherry wasn't able to come with us. So I went back up with Sherry and we worked all of her stuff in as well. So we kind of changed it a lot. I should post all of the pictures. I think I posted a little hint on our Instagram page, but I should post it again here. Or, well, Sherry tagged me, so it's on my personal page if you guys follow me there. Oh gosh, I need to just, I am drinking decaf, just by the way. Just by the way, my daughter came over, my older daughter, Summer, she came over. Well, she'll hate that I said older, but my oldest, she came over and got out a little pod from the coffee pod. She took a couple sips. She's like, Mom, this coffee's really good. I'm like, well, thank you. It's decaf. It's the donut place. We don't have one. I don't think we have one. What's the donut place? I don't know. It's a donut store. Not, I don't know. It's a happy box. That's why I bought it. It's a happy package. Dang, why can't I, is it Dunkin' Donuts maybe? Dunkin' Donuts, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Dunkin' Donuts. But it's decaf and it's so good. So I just don't need all the shakes and I don't need cranked up anymore, obviously. So, and I like to have some coffee, especially in the cold when I get home and I want to sleep. I do like sleeping, so decaf. There you go. I know you people think I'm crazy. My friend Julie has to get up like at 4:30 in the morning. She is not a decaf girl. Not at all. So neither was my daughter. She dumped it. I'm like, but you said it was good. She's like, I know, but I need caffeine. Whatever. I should have taken it from her. Oh well. Anyway. Talk about squirrel. Bing, bing, bing. That's me. So sorry to ramble. So that's all I have. That's all I have. So anyone that joined late, this was my gift idea, by the way. If you don't want to rewatch all of this, I took old putty knives. I put old pages on and pictures. This is my mom. This is my great-grandfather and his brother. And then I made tags, sprayed them to make them look old, tied them on, and they're going to hang on my wall like this. So I made picture frames, but I think it would be a really awesome heartfelt gift. You know, I make the bottles with the jewelry for you guys that want to, you know, I've done a couple for sisters. I did one with grandmother's stuff for a mom for gifts. But I teach you how to do that in my online group for $15 a month at tammyloves.com. You can get onto our classes. But I love all this heartfelt stuff. I just love it. And I love dragging people's stuff. We've got 2 decorate jobs to do next week. So I'm going to be digging for treasures to bring out, things that they've had packed away forever. Hey, Amy. Hi, girl. Yes, Dunkin' Donuts, Terry. That's it. You're right. It's so good. So anyway, yeah, so I've got 2. And then the week after that, we start our Christmas decorating for people. So at their houses using their stuff, you know, what we go get their houses ready for Christmas. So I've got 2 the following week. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. So, yeah. That's all I got. I'm itching to do Christmas here. Oh, so I have one last little piece of news. I started to tell you, and then I got off track. So yesterday, Sherry and I are, tweaking our booth, and we were invited to do the Christmas window at the Antique Emporium. Like, what? Like, that is so awesome. So, of course, all the way home, I'm hardly even talking because my mind is spinning. She says, your mind's going a mile an hour, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, I got all these ideas. So I started throwing ideas out at her. And she's like, oh my God, I love that. I love that. So I think we have a plan. So I'm going to be with Julie, my other friend that has the booth with us, with the three of us. So I'm going to run everything by her, what I'm thinking. I know she'll be totally on board. So yay, because the window is so high, like a 12-foot tree won't even look very big. And the guy kept saying, I just want stuff up there, and he's just a guy. And so I think we can make it really awesome. I'm just hoping he'll get it. Like, he'll like what we do, because it's going to be amazing for sure. It has to be, because there's a lot of fancy stores, not a lot of fancy, like 3, 4 fancy, nice ones that we found in Millersburg. So the heat's on, right? The heat is on. And yeah, there's a new little creamery, something they just opened. It wasn't open the last time we were there, just a couple weeks ago. It just opened. We didn't take time to run in and see what it was all about. So there's this brand new, awesome looking thing, and then this old antique emporium. So you can't wait to see the window. I know, Carol, I think it's gonna be amazing. But I know he said he wanted a guitar in there, but I'm thinking we can make a guitar. We can get a guitar in there. Yeah. And I know we have a wheelbarrow we have to get in, and a desk with red trim on it. So as much as I want to do vintage, whites and creams and golds and earthy greens, I gotta get red. So I'm thinking just a splash of red. But then he said, I really want the multicolored tree. So okay. But I'm not going to go buy 2 12-foot trees. I only have 8-foot ceilings. So what am I going to do with them? If I never get to do his booth again, I'm not buying the trees. So yeah, there'll be things that might not be exactly awesome, like if it was mine, but we are going to do the best we can do with whatever we get. I'll guarantee you that. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to let you go. I got to get my day started. So, Beth, you just jumped on and I'm leaving. Thanks, Carol. So, okay, I'm going to go. You guys have a great day. Beth, you'll have to catch the replay. I don't like to call people out when they just joined, but you're saying, it just said you joined and now I'm leaving, and I'm sorry. But I've been on here forever. So, here, I'll show you. I'll show you real quick. This is what I made. Just from the teaser that I posted. There you go. I made these from my father-in-law's putty knife, and then one from our work, and I tagged it mom, because this is my mom as a kid, and then as a little older kid, 15, and then my great-grandpa. So it was just an idea for you guys to get in there, dig through your toolboxes and make gifts for your siblings or your parents or your grandparents or for yourself like I did. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting with me, you guys. It's been so long. Have a great day. Bye.